Hello guys, welcome to our channel Staple Review. In this video, we will try to help you find out the top 5 best loppers on the market. Handheld pruning shears are great for nipping off narrow stems and branches up to ½ inch in diameter, but for pruning thicker branches up to 2 or 3 inches, loppers are a better fit. In effect, loppers are the beefed-up version of pruning shears, offering more reach and cutting power. Garden centers and online retailers offer a wide array of loppers, all billed as the best loppers for home landscaping projects. If you want to see their latest prices and more images, you can check out those links in the description below. Like the video, comments, and don't forget subscribed. Let's see the product one by one. 1. Kings County Tools Double Ratcheting Anvil Lopper. The first thing I noticed when the Kings County loppers arrived was their heavy-duty construction. These rugged loppers come with a steel head and forged aluminum arms. When I first spread the handles, the blade snapped to its widest jaw position, and it took 4 pumps of the handle to close it completely. The ratcheting action generates more cutting pressure with each pump of the handle. The telescoping handles were effortless to adjust. I just depressed the white buttons on the upper handles and slid the extension arms out. The arms have 5 individual setting lengths about 3 inches apart, so I could lengthen them just a bit or telescope them all the way out to 40 inches to reach high branches. I was able to trim branches that previously I had to stand on a ladder to reach. If you need the convenience of a mid-length lopper most of the time but the reach of a longer tool some of the time, these anvil loppers are a worthy pick. I was impressed by the tough blade of carbon-coated steel. It didn't dull or nick even with the hardest dry branches. The tool is rated to cut branches up to 2.5 inches. I found that I could only cut through a dead branch that was just over 2 inches in diameter, but my husband was able to cut through one that was nearly 3 inches in diameter. The Kings County Tools Lopper earns the best overall spot due to its versatility. It can be lengthened quickly. It offers powerful ratcheting cutting force, and it comes with ergonomic, non-slip handles. Key features: weight 4 pounds, type and use anvil for dry branches, length 26 to 40 inches, blade material alloy steel, cutting jaw capacity is 2 to 2.5 inches. 2. Fiskars 391,461-1003 Bypass Lopper. For reasonably priced cutters that don't sacrifice performance, these Fiskars bypass loppers are a solid choice. The rust-resistant stainless steel blades are hardened and precision ground, meaning they'll retain their edge over an extended period. The low-friction coating allows the blades to cut through wood easily and results in less sap residue. I found these Fiskars loppers easy to use on green branches and the cutting action to be super smooth. I didn't spot any tearing of the limbs or ragged cuts, which tend to make a tree more susceptible to disease. These 28 inches cutters are suitable for living green growth with a cutting capacity of branches up to 1.5 inches thick. Shock-absorbing bumpers make the tool easier to use, and padded grips offer additional comfort. While these loppers aren't the lightest on the list, they still weigh a modest 2.9 pounds, so they're not difficult to use when cutting overhead. After testing, I found the coated, non-stick blade wiped clean with just a soft cloth. This is important to me because bypass loppers I've owned in the past were difficult to clean, requiring scrubbing with steel wool and a lubricant. All loppers used to cut green wood will get slightly wet and may become covered in sticky sap, so being able to wipe the blade clean is a big plus. Those looking for a quality cutting tool at a reasonable price won't be disappointed with these Fiskars loppers. Key features: weight 2.9 pounds, type and use bypass for green branches, length 28 inches, measuring 28 long, cuts on branches up to 1-1 divided by 2 in diameter. 3. Felco F22 Pruning Shear. These sturdy bypass loppers are a serious upgrade in performance and ergonomics. The hardened carbon steel blades are Swiss-made, designed for making clean, precise cuts. Users can also resharpen the blades as needed. Everything about these loppers screams quality. They're made to last, and all of the parts are replaceable, so this may be the last lopper you'll ever buy. The forged aluminum handles are smooth to the touch, but the tool weighs in at 4.4 pounds, so it's not for the faint of heart. With a 33 inches length, these loppers can reach up to trim higher branches. I found it most comfortable to cut branches at waist level or lower. After trimming a few overhead branches, I started to feel some wrist and arm fatigue. The grips on these cutters are non-slip with a slight inward angle, allowing users to exert force while maintaining a more comfortable arm position. Built-in shock absorbers on the handles protect the arms and wrists, so they're well suited for intense, time-consuming landscaping tasks. This is a lopper for the serious arborist, and it makes sharp, clean cuts on green wood. Key features: weight 4.4 pounds, type and use bypass for green branches, length 33 inches, clippers 1.77 inches diameter. 4. Corona SL 65032 inches Super Duty Bypass Lopper. The curved head on these bypass loppers is large, and the blade is razor sharp. My first impression was that the loppers would be out of balance, given the large head size, but surprisingly, they only weigh 2.8 pounds. They don't come with compound action, but rather with massive blades and long handles for leverage. I was able to fit a 2 inches green Empress tree branch between the blades and lop it right off. I had a tougher time with a 2 inches oak branch, but my husband cut through it with ease. Measuring 32 inches long, the Corona Super Duty loppers are great for reaching branches overhead. These manual loppers come with padded grips for more comfortable operation, and the cutting blade can be resharpened as needed. A nice upside to these loppers is the steel spring bumper located in the opening mechanism that keeps users from jamming their hands together after making a tough cut. I appreciated the bumper when putting all my power behind cutting through a green branch that seemed challenging but gave way before I could redirect my arm motion. The bumper absorbed the shock, so my arms didn't. Key features: weight 2.8 pounds, type and use bypass for green branches, length 32 inches, limbs and vines up to 3 inches thick, professional landscapers and arborists. 5. Tabor Tools GG12A Anvil Lopper with compound action. At first, I wondered if the Tabor Tool Anvil Loppers would cut through stiff dead branches since they don't come with ratcheting action. I need not have worried. The loppers instead feature compound cutting action via a short pivoting arm located at the fulcrum of the blades that increases cutting power. The manufacturer advertises the loppers as being able to cut through dry branches up to 2 inches thick. I didn't quite pull that off, but I was able to cut through a dead branch on an elm tree that was 1.5 inches thick. Someone with a bit more arm strength than me could likely cut through a 2 inches branch. I was super impressed with the grips on this set of loppers. They're soft and slightly padded, and I could exert pressure without my hands slipping. At 30 inches long, the sizable arms allowed me to increase my leverage on the branches. A shock-absorbing bumper would have been a nice addition, but this is a decent set of loppers for cutting dry wood. At 3.5 pounds, the Tabor loppers are well suited for use overhead without too much wrist and arm fatigue for an average user. Feature: weight 3.5 pounds, type and use anvil for dry branches, length 30 inches, handle material wood, cutting width 2 inches. What to consider when choosing the best loppers. Type: loppers are categorized based on their blades, either anvil or bypass. Each type works better on different types of stems and branches. Anvil loppers feature a stationary base with a groove. They have a movable sharpened blade that presses into the groove when trimming branches. Anvil loppers are suitable for cutting dry, brittle branches and dead stems, snapping them in half with ease. Bypass loppers work much like scissors. 2 sharpened blades overlap one another to make a clean cut. Bypass loppers are best for making sharp cuts on soft, green branches, but cutting through stiff, dead branches with bypass loppers can dull the blades or even leave nicks. Blade material: like many pruning shears, lopper blades are made from steel, but not all steel is the same. Some loppers contain a coating to protect the blade, preserve its edge, and to provide easier cleaning. Nothing resists staining and rust quite as well as stainless steel. However, it's not as durable as carbon steel and tends to bend if used on hard, dry branches. Stainless steel blades come at a higher price and aren't easy to sharpen once they become dull. The toughest lopper blades are made from carbon steel, and they do the best job of cutting thick branches. On the other hand, these tools rust more easily than stainless steel, so the blades should be wiped clean after every use. A Teflon or titanium coating offers a measure of rust protection to carbon steel blades. The coating makes it easier to clean sap residue that results from cutting green tree branches. Coated blades hold their sharpness longer, but they too eventually become dull. Cutting action: loppers vary in their cutting action, which affects their operation and suitability for specific tasks. Manual loppers are the most straightforward option for trimming. The 2 blades are attached by a single screw at the fulcrum, providing a basic open and close cutting motion. Ratcheting loppers are designed for slightly easier trimming, particularly with thicker branches. As a user squeezes the handles together, the blades latch in place partially through the cut. The tool can be reopened to get a wider and stronger grip without releasing pressure on the branch. Compound action loppers are built with 1 or more pivoting arms located at the fulcrum between the 2 blades to increase cutting force. These loppers are great when you need to cut through thicker branches, although the extra steel makes them heavier and can cause arm fatigue. Length and weight: to determine suitable length and weight for loppers, the trick is to know your own strength and cutting needs. The shortest loppers measure about 15 inches from the end of the handles to the tip of the cutting blades, and they can weigh as little as 11 ounces, a good length and weight for pruning narrower branches. Lengthier loppers, measuring 32 inches or more, are handier when you need to reach high branches without having to stand on a ladder. Longer loppers are heavier, with some weighing more than 4 pounds, so they're more likely to cause arm fatigue. Grips: many loppers come with padded rubber or foam grips designed to reduce slippage, hand fatigue, and blisters. The softest foam handles feel great in your hands, but they're also more prone to nicks and tears. If you plan on using the loppers extensively, consider a pair with molded rubber grips that will hold up to the extra work. Thanks for watching. If we helped you out in any way, please hit the like and subscribe button. Well, see you guys in the next videos.